Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Dunga. I'm the Chief Investments Officer at Nico Asset Managers. Most of you probably remember in the last few weeks we were talking about opportunities for investing in the financial services sector in Malawi. We discussed how we help our clients to plan their financial future. So there were a lot of questions that most of you asked on our page through engagement with us, and we just wanted to take this opportunity to answer some of the key questions. I think the biggest question that most people asked was, how do I get started? Where do I start? So I'd like to give you a simple answer. You know, in life provides us certain roadblocks that help us to stop and think, what do I need to start at the next phase of my life? When you finish college, it's time to reflect. When you have started a job, it's time to reflect. And when you have just gotten married, it's a good time to reflect also. And I think this is a good time to use your marriage or your wedding as an example to say, how do you sit down, reflect upon your future? Why do I say this? Nico is a Malawian company. We live with you Malawians. We are on social media. We are with you when you cry, we cry. When you laugh, we laugh. And recently, there was a video of a couple that went viral, and you all loved it. Amati musandigunde ndavalazoera. And when I heard that, I was thinking, well, for me, musandigunde ndavalazoera means you have some good money. Well, I always think like that because I'm an investments manager. The couple was Steven and Mary Manyozo. You all loved them. I'm sure you saw them. If you didn't see the video that went viral, here it is. Well, I'm proud to say that I have the opportunity today of being joined live by Steven and Mary. Here they are. Steven. Musandigunde Nathan. And Mary, thank you very much for honoring our invitation to come. We have something for you. You made us happy in the last 1 week.
Thank you.
And we want to make you happy.
Thank you.
Well, the way we make people happy is just by advising them about their financial future.
Yeah.
So having gotten married, you know, I'm sure you've blown a lot of money, but have you thought about your financial journey going forward? You know, when the kids start to come, when the kids start to go to school, when they grow up and they start to go to college, have you had time to talk about money in your relationship?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
So you've set some financial goals?
Yes.
Right. The whole Malawi is watching us. You want to share your financial goals? Well, don't share. You know, what I would like to just say is that at Nico Asset Managers, our job is to help people secure their financial future, to make sure that people have thought about what their financial future will look like. And like I'm saying, when you've just gotten married, it's a good time to sit down and say, where do we want to be financially? By when? And how do we walk that journey to where we need to be? And as you're planning, things like what kind of house do we want to build ourselves and where? All those things will need money. What kind of lifestyle do we want to give to our children? So at Nico Asset Managers, that's what we do. That's what we focus on. We can help you, look at your financial situation and say, what can you do by when? And for example, if you say, well, I would like by year 5, so starting from today, 0, and year 1, when you celebrate your anniversary, year 2, by the time you celebrate your 5th anniversary, financially, what do you want to have achieved? If you think about that, we can help you to say, there's this possibility, and then there's this possibility. And then we also say, what can you do to get to there? If you saw the session that we did 2 weeks ago when we were talking about saving something like, let's say, 50,000 every month and invest that 50,000 properly, did you watch that one? In terms of how 50,000 every month can grow? We were talking about securing an amount, something like 300 million over time. Wouldn't you want to have 300 million kwacha by a certain date? So that's what we do. We would like to, sit down with you and say, what do you want to do by when, and how can you get to that? Do you have any question in terms of what I've just said now before we go into something else?
Yeah, it's clear.
It's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Another question that people were asking a lot was to say, how do the investments work? When people contribute their 50,000 every month, where do you invest this money? Have you heard of the Malawi Stock Exchange?
Yes.
Tell me about the Malawi Stock Exchange. What do you know about it? This one. Yes.
Much of it I know it's about the shares.
Shares.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So at the Malawi Stock Exchange, any amount of money, as little as 10,000 kwacha, you can buy shares in a company. It means you own that company. You own National Bank, you own Nico Holdings, you own Airtel, you own FDH. And as the company is growing, your value of your share is also growing. So if you've invested 50, that 50 can easily become 100 and 200 and 300, and that money can become a big amount of money, having invested a small amount of money. I would like one day for you to look back and say, when we got married, and then Nico, invited us to structure an investment goal, and we walked the path and look where we are. And by that time, when we sing Musandi Gunde Ndavazoela, it'll be like real, So, we have thought about you, and, any time that you want any financial advice, reach out to us purely for free and say, purely for free for you, purely for free. What can we do in this area? What can we do in the Malawi Stock Exchange? If we want to build a house, talk to us and say, this is our plan. What can we do? And we will give you free financial advice forever.
Wow.
Thank you.
So pasipende ndani nasi. Palifosolina lilo singati?
For me, I'll go with the share side.
Okay.
Like before I got married, I used to buy shares with Sunbet.
Okay.
And TNM. So now with this corona thing, the Sunbet is going down. And I was once advised that I should sell all the shares since we don't know where this corona is taking us. So I was brought by that suggestion. And I just started selling them a bit. So now I was stranded. Should I go ahead sell them all, or I should keep some?
Good. For Semino, it's a big question, right? And thanks for asking. And thank you for buying shares.
Yeah.
You know, you must, Chief, did you also buy shares?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, so you have a job to your husband, right?
She's really teaching.
Good.
Yeah.
That's where we come in as an investments advisor.
Oh.
That's our job, because you are, at school teaching the kids. That's your job.
Yeah.
And you are at the hospital, right? Taking care of us. That's your job. Our job every day is to look at investment options, to look at the performance of the stock market and make the right decisions, when to buy, when to sell, when to hold. And we advise our clients. So like I said, free advice forever. Now you can ask me those questions. Before you sell, you can say, should I?
Yeah.
Times change over time. So COVID, nobody knew about COVID.
Yeah.
Now we have COVID, and the biggest hit industry has been the tourism sector. And I'm sure your friend, when they were saying sell sunbed, that's what they were thinking.
Yeah.
So at each point in time, there are circumstances that will justify a buy, a sell, or a hold. But since you are my client from today, going forward, for free, we will be able to advise you the best decisions possible. Thank you for buying. What I can suggest now is that the best thing to do with the stock market is to continue buying.
Thank you.
Is to continue buying. Like we eat all the time.
Yeah.
We should continuously set aside money, put it there on the stock exchange. Even if the share prices go down, for example, if Sunbed has gone down now because of COVID, COVID will not be here forever.
Yeah.
COVID will go. And one day, this thing will bounce back. That's why you need to have a long-term view. So if you are investing, Mary, if you are investing, let me give you an example. If you're investing for your kids' high school, which is 15 years from now, you can decide, look, let COVID do whatever it wants to do Sunday. Because I can only look at it again in 15 years' time. I can assure you that in 15 years' time, there's no way that money would have lost value such that you regret. It will always go up. It's like a tree. It always does go up.
Yeah.
It's a long answer to your short question, but I think I have answered your question.
Yeah, it's clear.
Thank you. So you might be wondering, why Nico got really interested in you and why we had to invite you. Like I said at the beginning, we as a Malawian company, we live in the community together with Malawians. Where Malawians are worried, chances are we are all worried with them. Where Malawians are praying, we're praying. And where Malawians are discussing Musandigunde Ndavulazoera video clip, that's what we're discussing. And this is what we saw as a company in your video. Your happiness was infectious. There was no way someone could look at that video and not smile. So, you, for a time, you made us forget whatever worries we had.
Yeah.
So continue being, infectious in terms of happiness, spreading smiles, spreading happiness, because that's what we want to do. If our clients have secured their financial future, we assume they will be happy and smiling and dancing the way you were doing.
Yeah.
Number two, there was a lot of passion demonstrated
Oh.
by what you did. Yeah, you were in it, heart, soul, and mind, and body, and everything was in it. We would like to say to people that when you're doing anything, do it that way. Like the way Steven and Mary did their dance. Body, heart, soul, and mind. When you're doing investment management, body, heart, soul, and mind. Don't do half-hearted. If you're gardening, if you're teaching, if you are working, do it the Steven way. Do it the Mary way. Heart, soul, and mind. And finally, Steven, you are a natural leader. You know, the research that I did, some of those people that were singing are your choir members, right?
Yeah.
So you lead them. And I'm sure they were not doing that thing for the first time. I think that's how you do your singing.
That's how we do it.
You know, and you showed leadership there. You know, without talking, you just said, Manja. You know, Miendo, Sana. And that's what we want people to do, is to be effective leaders. And you are a leader in what you do. You don't have to be a leader at a company or a leader, a president of a nation. You can be a leader of any structure, like a choir. So, Steven, with that, we have another surprise for you. It's not just free advice that we'll give you. We've actually opened an investment account and we've put in money already for you. And this is the sign of
Wow.
the money that we've put in your account. And you know, this investment account in your name is available to you immediately. Obviously, with my financial advice.
Thank you.
So, you know, I would like to just sign there and there to show your acceptance of our investment account for you. You can use my pen.
We ran out of words.
Thank you, I can
This is a
understand.
big blessing to us.
Thank you. So, you know, like I said, looking long into the future,
Yeah.
you know, we would like you to look at this as your startup. Rather than eat it down, we want you to build it up.
Yeah.
So we can tell the story of where we started and where we are. At that time, Tavarazagani. You know, so Nico is a big company. I'm sure you know about Nico.
Yeah.
Nico General, Nico Life, Nico Asset.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like really big, okay? And, you know, our size is also demonstrated by our baby is NBS Bank. You know NBS Bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest banks, but that's our baby.
Ah.
So NBS also has a surprise for you. So they're going to give you a 500,000 kwacha Kuala Energy Finance. I would like to invite my colleague Tamanda to explain her the whole thing. Please stand for Tamanda. Tamanda, it's your turn.
There you go. Energy financing from NBS Bank.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
I think you can have your seats again. So, Mr. and Mrs. Manyozo, how do you feel about what NBS Bank has gifted with you? Before I fully explain.
This is more than a blessing.
And the joy is just too much.
Okay, from the joy that you showed us in the video that we saw, we thought we should be part of your celebration, part of adding to your joy. When you're starting off as a young couple, things are never easy. Financially, you're also starting off and so on. So we had been trying to reach you, and for almost the whole day and couldn't reach you. My colleague couldn't reach you. And then when he spoke to you, he said that the issue was that you were undergoing load shedding.
Yeah.
And your phones had run out of battery.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, how can we assist this couple? So we have an energy finance loan that we extend to our customers whenever they want to buy backup power.
Okay.
So when the lights go off, they have either solar panels or battery panels that are powering their electricity sockets and so on. In this case, for you, it's not a loan, it's a gift from the bank. So this will be set up in your home. So when the lights go off, you won't have a problem with having dead phones. You'll actually be able to charge your phones. And we're actually very excited that you yourself have an account with NBS Bank.
Yeah.
And we thought we cannot let this one pass. We have to celebrate with you as our customer, because each time you're asked to give account details, you're mentioning NBS Bank. We can't be silent, and I hope you're as excited as we are about the gift we've given you. Can we hear from you? You are the lady who needs more electricity than the men.
As we said earlier, we ran out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say now is thanks to NBS Bank. And a very big thank you to Tapula.
Tapula, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
Tapula.
one who
TK, yes.
took his time to search for our number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
But she said. Okay. We're so happy.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't know that simple video.
Bring all these.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I think it has been God
Mm-hmm.
throughout. All
Indeed.
thanks to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
NBS, Nico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay. So maybe to speak to a few of those that are watching this happy couple, this Kuala Energy Finance is actually accessible to all our customers. You can actually come to the bank, apply for this loan, bring in your national ID or your passport or valid ID, 3 current pay slips, and the loan itself is payable within 24 months. So it's a very affordable loan within 24 months that you have to repay. Available to all our customers. There's no limit. All you need to bring is a quotation of what you want to finance in terms of your backup power. But aside from that, this young lady here is actually not banking with NBS Bank. So we'd like to convince you to also join your husband at NBS Bank. So when you do open an account with us, you can actually transact digitally. So we know we're in COVID times. We don't want you to be stuck in a banking hole and so on. So we actually have a very robust digital offering. So you can actually transact. You can pay your bills using your phone. You can buy airtime using your phone. You can transfer funds back and forth between the two of you using your phone. You can even transfer from your phone to MNOs like Airtel and TNM and actually transact that way. Our ATMs, you can both withdraw and deposit on them. So you can actually do things COVID-free, social distance-free. I mean, with the social distancing ability, if you open an account with NBS Bank. So we're just waiting for you to come and join us.
This gift, I wanted that.
Thank you very much. We'll have our sales team come to you for that account. Yeah, thank you.
So, Mary and Steven, we thank you deeply for coming. You've come all the way from Chol, right? We don't take it for granted. Thank you for honoring our call, and we hope that the relationship that you have started with the Nico Group, including NBS Bank, will last, very long, like your marriage.
Yes.
I didn't want to say till death because we don't, for Nico or for the company, we're not planning to die.
No.
All right, so, it's for as long as. Now, we wish you happiness.
Yeah.
We wish you a very good future. And we would like you to introduce your future generations to us.
Yeah.
If you can name your first kid Nico, that would be really good.
Yeah, we will do.
Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.